So hello learners, once again I welcome on the class of Geotechnical Engineering first. So I hope you all are safe and healthy. So in the previous discussion we have seen the about the introduction of soil introduction, and after that I have discussed about the definition of soil and soil mechanics, and after that I have discussed the origin of soil, and in origin of soil I have discussed geological cycle which consists of three phases: erosion phase, transportation, deposition, and earth movement. And after that I have discussed the uh, various types of soil on the basis of transporting agency, and after that some other important soil which is very much used in the geotechnical engineering field. So today I will discuss about the soil water relationship, and in soil water relationship I will show you the two phase and three phase system, and after that I will discuss about the some important definition like what is void ratio, what is water content, what is specific gravity, what is porosity, what is degree of saturation, what is mass specific gravity, what is density of soil, and what is air content, what is percentage air voids. And after that I will discuss some important relationship. So today I am going to start about the solid water relationship. So the heading is solid water air relationship. So we know that soil can be two phase or three phase system. Fully saturated soil, fully saturated soil, and dry soil will be two phase system. Partially saturated soil will be three phase system. So here I have written soil can be either two phase or three phase system. Fully and dry soil will be two phase system, and partially saturated soil will be three phase system. So how the fully saturated and dry soil is two phase system, and how partially saturated soil is three phase system. So if I make this is our this is air, and this one is this is water, and this one is solid. Similarly, if I make this one, so this is the three phase system, three phase system, and this one is two phase system. This is water, solid. This one is air and solid. This is also two-phase system. So let us assume this is our WA, this is WW, and this is WS. Similarly, this is volume of air, volume of water, and volume of salt. And the total volume is capital V. So we can write, firstly I am going to write the symbol. So VA is the volume of air, VW is the volume of water, and VS is the volume of solid. Similarly, WA is the weight of air, WW is the weight of water, and WS is the weight of solid. And capital V is the total volume of soil. So here W is the weight of air, weight of water, weight of solid. V is the volume of air, volume of water, and volume of solid, and total V is the capital, V is the total volume of soil. Similarly, here if I write, so this is volume of weight of water, weight of solid. This one is volume of water, volume of solid. Similarly, weight of air, weight of solid, volume of air, and volume of solid. So we can write total volume is volume of air plus volume of water plus volume of solid. This volume of air and volume of water is called volume of voids. So this is the total volume. So we can write total volume is equal to volume of void plus volume of solid. Similarly, we can write W is equal to weight of air plus weight of water plus weight of solid. Weight of air is negligible, we take. So total weight is equal to weight of water plus weight of solid. So if I come back to the previous slide, so this three-phase system is the partially saturated. In partially saturated soil means some amount of air will be present, some amount of water will be present, and some amount of solids will be present in the soil. So this three-phase system is the also partially saturated. So we can here write partially saturated soil. Here we can see in two-phase system. So in two-phase system there are two types of soil. One is one soil in which water and solid is present. So we can say this is fully saturated soil. And here we can see water is absent but air and solid is there. So this is called dry soil. So we can write in partially saturated soil, total volume is equal to volume of air plus volume of water plus volume of solid. And similarly we can write weight is equal to weight of water plus weight of solid, because weight of air is negligible. Similarly, if I talk about the for fully saturated soil, for fully saturated soil, so it is a two-phase system. In case of fully saturated of soil, S is the degree of saturation. I will talk later what is degree of saturation. So for fully saturated soil, if I take total volume is equal to, so in fully saturated soil only water and solid is present, so we can write volume of water plus volume of solid. Similarly, if I write total weight, so total weight is equal to weight of water plus weight of solid. Similarly, if I write this volume in terms of volume of voids, so we can also write, as we know that volume of void is the sum of volume of air plus volume of water, but in fully saturated soil volume of air is absent, so we can write volume of void plus volume of solid also, because where volume of void is equal to volume of water plus volume of air, but volume of air in fully saturated soil is missing, so in volume of water we can write volume of void. Similarly, for dry soil, in case of dry soil degree of saturation is equal to 0. So total volume we can write volume of air plus volume of solid, and we can also write total weight is equal to weight of air plus weight of solid, but in soil mechanics weight of air is negligible, so we can write total weight is equal to weight of solid only. Similarly, if I write the volume, total volume in terms of volume of voids, so we can also write total volume is equal to volume of void plus volume of solid. So here I have discussed about the three types of soil: partially saturated soil, fully saturated soil, and dry soil. In partially saturated soil, air, water and solid will be present. In fully saturated soil, only water and solid will be present, and in dry soil air and solid will be present. And according to that we have write the expression of total volume and total weight. So if I now I'm going to discuss about some important definition, some important definitions, and the first definition I am going to write, that is water content. It is denoted by small w. So what is water content? So water content is the ratio of weight of water to the weight of solid. So it is defined as the ratio of weight of water, and in the previous slide we have seen the weight of water, the symbol is WW, to the weight of solid. So if I write water content, so water content is weight of water by weight of solid into 100. Very, very important. There is no upper limit of water content. What does it means? Means the water content, I told you this water content is represented in percentage. So there is no upper limit of water content. Means a soil sample may have water content 20%, 40%, 60%, 90%, and it may be greater than 100%, 110%, 200%, 300%. That's why I have written there is no upper limit of water content. Similarly, it is computed in percentage. Second term, which is I am going to discuss, void ratio. It is denoted by small e. So void ratio is defined as the ratio of volume of void to the volume of solid. So it is defined as the ratio of volume of voids, and volume of voids can be written as to the volume of solid, Vs, and it is denoted as E. So we can write volume of void by volume of solid. So the another question is, void ratio can be greater than 1? Yes, of course. Void ratio value can be greater than unity 1 when it is possible, when our volume of void in the soil is greater than the volume of solid. So volume of void ratio can be greater than void ratio can be greater than unity, means E can be greater than 1. Another term I am going to discuss, and when it is possible, void ratio, when volume of void is greater than volume of solid, at that time our void ratio can be greater than 1. Third term I am going to represent or define, that is, what is porosity. Porosity. So it is denoted by eta. So porosity is defined as the volume of void by total volume. So it is defined as the ratio of volume of voids to the total volume of soil. So porosity, it is represented in percentage. So porosity can be written as volume of void by total volume into 100. But the porosity value lies between 0 to 100%. The value of porosity cannot exceed 100%. So porosity value cannot be greater than 100%. So till now I have discussed the important definition. The first one is water content. So about the water content, I told you that it is the ratio of weight of water to the weight of solid. It is represented in percentage, and there is no upper limit of water content. Second term I have told you that is porosity. So sorry, void ratio. So void ratio is defined as the ratio of volume of void to the volume of solid, and I told you that the value of void ratio can be greater than 1, and this will be possible when our volume of void is greater than volume of solid. Third term I define, that is porosity. So porosity is defined as the ratio of volume of void to the total volume of soil, and once again it is denoted in percentage, but there is a difference between water content and porosity. In water content, I told you there is no upper limit of water content, means water content can be greater than 100%, but the porosity value cannot exceed 100%. Fourth term I am going to discuss, that is degree of saturation. Degree of saturation. It is denoted by S. So degree of saturation is defined as, it is defined as the ratio of volume of water to the volume of void. It is also represented in percentage. So what is degree of saturation? So degree of saturation is the ratio of volume of water by volume of void into 100. So now I am going to discuss about degree of saturation, whatever I have written in the previous slide, that I told you that in case of dry soil the degree of saturation is 0, and in case of fully saturated soil I told you that the degree of saturation is unity. So how it is possible? So for dry soil, so in case of dry soil we have seen this is our two-phase system dry soil, and in case of dry soil air and solid was present. So this is weight of air, weight of solid, and this is volume of air and volume of solid. So I told you in case of degree of saturation, in case of dry soil the degree of saturation 0. We can see degree of saturation is the ratio of volume of water to the volume of voids, but in case of dry soil volume of water is absent, means 0 by volume of void into 100 means it is 0. So it is proved that in case of dry soil our degree of saturation is 0. So in case of for dry soil degree of saturation is equal to 0. Now I am going to discuss about the for fully saturated soil. So for in case of fully saturated soil we have seen the phase diagram. This is our phase diagram, and this is water and this is solid, and this is weight of water, weight of solid, volume of water and volume of solid. So what is degree of saturation? So degree of saturation is the ratio of volume of water by volume of voids. So if I write degree of saturation is equal to volume of water by volume of void into 100. So we can write volume of water divided by, and volume of void is the, what is volume of void? So volume of void is the sum of volume of air plus volume of water. But in case of fully saturated soil volume of air is absent, so we can write this is absent means 0, means volume of water by volume of water means 100%, or degree of saturation is unity, or S is equal to 1. So whatever I told you that in case of dry soil our degree of saturation is 0, or in case of fully saturated soil the degree of saturation is either 100% or unity. Similarly in case of partially saturated soil, for partially saturated soil our degree of saturation in between 0 to 100%. So this is the range for the partially saturated soil. So next definition is fifth definition is air content. air content, and it is denoted by the small ac. So air content is defined as the ratio of volume of air to the volume of voids. So ratio of volume of air to the volume of voids. So we can write air content is equal to volume of air by volume of void. Or there is a relationship, sum of air content plus degree of saturation is equal to 1. So this is our air content, or we can write air content is equal to 1 minus 100 if our degree of saturation in 0 to 1, or if I take in percentage, so 100 minus S. Similarly, sixth definition, that is percentage air voids, and it is denoted by eta A. So it is defined as the ratio of volume of air to the total volume of soil solid. So if I write percentage air voids is volume of air by total volume into 100. Or there is a relation between percentage air voids. So percentage air voids is equal to porosity into air content. We have to write. So in the box, all formula I am writing in the box. So you have to remember this definition. Without that, it is not possible to understand ahead of this subject. So whatever I have written in the box, you have to remember. So percentage air void is the ratio of volume of air to the volume of total volume into 100, and it is also there is a relation between percentage air voids, air content and porosity. So percentage air voids is equal to multiplication of porosity into air, where eta is the porosity and AC is the air content. After that, I am going to discuss about the unit weight of soil. Unit weight. So unit weight is the ratio of weight per unit volume. So unit weight, there are so many types of unit weight. Bulk unit weight, dry unit weight, saturated unit weight, and other types, submerged unit weight, and other types, unit weight of solid. So bulk unit weight is denoted by gamma B, dry unit weight is gamma D, saturated unit weight is gamma sat, submerged is gamma submerged, and unit weight of solid is gamma S. So there are 5 types of unit weight of soil, and I told you unit weight is the weight per unit volume. And these types are bulk unit weight, dry unit weight, saturated unit weight, submerged unit weight, and unit weight of solid. So let us discuss one by one. What is bulk unit weight? What is dry unit weight? So the first definition is bulk unit weight, and it is denoted by B for bulk. So firstly, if I remove bulk, so this is simply unit weight. So unit weight is the weight per unit volume. Bulk means entire soil mass. So it is the ratio of total weight of soil to the total volume of soil. Because I am computing bulk unit weight, or I am defining bulk unit weight, so total volume of soil is capital V. So if I write bulk unit weight is total weight by total volume, and total weight is, I am generalizing things. So for partially saturated or three-phase system, total weight is weight of air plus weight of water plus weight of solid divided by volume of air plus volume of water plus volume of solid, because total in a partially saturated soil or for three-phase system, the air, water and solid is present. So bulk unit weight is total weight by total volume. If our soil is dry or two-phase system, so accordingly we can reduce by removing some components. So this is the bulk unit weight. So what is the unit of bulk unit weight? So unit is either gram per centimeter cube, kg per centimeter cube, kilonewton per meter cube. So this depends on the, if you put weight in the gram and volume in centimeter cube, so it is gram per centimeter cube. If you put weight in kg and volume in centimeter cube or meter cube, so it is kg per centimeter cube or kg per meter cube. If you put the value of weight in kilonewton and volume in meter cube, so it will be kilonewton per meter cube. Second definition, that is dry unit weight. Dry unit weight, gamma D. So it is the ratio of weight of solid to the total volume. So if I write gamma D is equal to weight of solid by volume. Similarly, if I discuss saturated unit weight, so it is the ratio of saturated unit weight of saturated by volume. Similarly, the submerged unit weight, submerged unit weight. So submerged unit weight is difference of saturated unit weight minus gamma W. So this is our submerged, where gamma W is the unit weight of water and it is 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube or 10 kilonewton per meter cube. So where gamma W is the unit weight of water is equal to 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. So next definition is specific gravity of solid, and it is denoted by Gs. Specific gravity of solid is the ratio of weight of a given volume of solid to the weight of an equivalent volume of water at 4 degree centigrade. So ratio of weight of a given volume of solids to the weight of an equivalent volume of water at 4 degree centigrade. So we can write the specific gravity of solid is weight of solid by Vs into gamma W, or we can write gamma S by gamma W. The value of specific gravity of solid for different types of soil, and the value of specific gravity of solid lies between 2.65 to 2.81. So GS lies between 2.65 to 2.80. Similarly, if I will discuss the mass specific gravity, mass specific gravity, so it is denoted by Gm. So specific gravity, the first specific gravity is specific gravity of solid, and the mass specific gravity, or it is also known as apparent specific gravity. So it is the ratio of total weight of soil to the weight of water. So ratio of total weight of soil to the weight of water. So if I write mass specific gravity, Gm is equal to total weight of soil by weight of water. So total weight of soil we can write W, and weight of water we can write volume into unit weight of water, because unit weight of water is equal to weight of water by volume. So we can write weight of water, and this W by V can be written as total weight by total volume is equal to bulk unit weight divided by gamma W. So the mass specific gravity is the ratio of, we have written, mass specific gravity is equal to ratio of bulk unit weight by unit weight of water. And this is different from the specific gravity of solid. Specific gravity of solid is the unit weight of solid by unit weight of water. So dear student, today I have discussed about the solid water air relationship, and in solid water relationship I told you the soil is either in two phase or three phase system. So we have seen in two phase system there are two types of soil, dry soil and fully saturated soil. And in case of dry soil we have discussed about the degree of saturation is 0, and in case of fully saturated soil degree of saturation is unity or 100%. And partially saturated soil will fall in three phase system in which air, water and solid were present, but in case of two phase system either water and solid present or air and solid present. And after that we have seen the expression of total volume of soil solids. So in case of partially saturated soil, the total volume is the sum of volume of air plus volume of water plus volume of solid, and in case of dry soil total volume is equal to volume of air plus volume of water, and in case of fully saturated soil total volume is equal to volume of water plus volume of solid. And similarly I have discussed about the total weight, and after that I have discussed the some important definition like void ratio, water content, porosity, degree of saturation, air content, percentage air voids, and unit weight of solids, mass specific gravity and specific gravity of solids. So in unit weight of soil I have further discussed about there are 5 types of unit weight of soil, and these 5 types are bulk unit weight, saturated unit weight, dry unit weight of soil, and submerged unit weight and unit weight of solids. So in next class I will discuss the some important relationship, like relationship between void ratio and porosity, relationship between the water content and total weight of soil, and after that I will derive the relationship between bulk unit weight, specific gravity of solid, void ratio and unit weight of water. Similarly, I will derive the relationship between dry unit weight, specific gravity of solid, void ratio and unit weight of water. And similarly, I will derive the expression of submerged unit weight. So take care of your health and happy learning.